from Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. Joe Nuxall and yours truly, Marty Benjamin, welcoming you to Reds baseball. 80-degree temperatures this afternoon and blue skies as the Reds and the San Diego Padres finish off this four-game series. And for Cincinnati, it's going to be hard-throwing right-hander Santo Alcala going to the mound. Certainly one of the more impressive pitchers in spring training for Cincinnati. And the Padres will counter with a young man who will be making his first major league appearance ever in left-handed rookie Bob Shirley. We'll be back to take a look at the starting lineup in just a moment. This afternoon for the San Diego Padres, leading off and playing left field will be Gene Richards. Hitting second and playing second base, Mike Champion. Dave Winfield will bat third and play right field. Hitting fourth in center field, George Hendricks. Batting number 5 and doing the San Diego catching, Gene Tennis. Hitting sixth, the offensive hero of yesterday's San Diego victory, first baseman Mike Ivey. Batting seventh at third base, Doug Rader. Hitting number 8 at shortstop, Billy Ullman. And batting ninth and pitching for the Padres, left-hander Bob Shirley. Again for San Diego, it's Richard in left field, Champion at second base, and Winfield in right. Hedrick in center, Kennis catching, Ivy at first base. With Rader at third, Ullman at shortstop, and Shirley on the mound. For the Cincinnati Reds, Pete Rose will lead off and play third base. Hitting number 2, Ken Griffey in right field. Joe bat third and play second base. Hitting fourth and doing the Cincinnati catching, Johnny Bench. Batting number 5 and in left field, George Foster. Hitting sixth at shortstop, Davey Concepcion. Danny Threeson will play first base and bat seventh. Hitting eighth in center field, Cesar Geronimo. And batting ninth and pitching, right-hander Santo Alcala. Once more for the Reds, it's Rose at third, Griffey in right field, and Morgan at second base. Bench catching, Foster in left field, Concepcion at shortstop. With Threeson at first, Geronimo in center, and Alcala pitching. Jacket Day here at Riverfront this afternoon. All youngsters 14 and under, accompanied by a separate paying adult, getting a World Champ's jacket. And, of course, in ceremonies just completed a few minutes ago, the 1976 World Champion flag hoisted high above Riverfront Stadium out in center field. And also Commissioner Bowie Kuhn on hand to present each member of the Reds Ball Club, manager Sparky Anderson and his coaching staff, with the rings emblematic of a second straight World Championship on the strength of the Reds' 4-game sweep over the New York Yankees last October. This is baseball weather today. The temperature will be at 80 or better. You can't ask for a better day for our sport, and we've got a good crowd on hand, hopefully, to see the Reds take their third in this 4-game series from San Diego. Joe, we've got a good guy pitching for us. He had a fine spring, and on the other side of the ledger, we're going to be seeing a youngster making his first big league appearance.
Well, Marty, Bob Shirley was at Hawaii last year where he was 5-5 and worked in 81 innings, the best what statistics we have on him. Struck out 47 of those 81 innings. Worked in 13 games, but not very impressive. 522 earned run average, but as John McNamara pointed out, the young man showed an awful lot this spring to warrant his being in the starting rotation for the Padres. And not an overpowering pitcher, but the way Max talks about him, he gets his breaking stuff over when he's behind hitters and his change up and not afraid to throw him. So we'll just have to wait and see what Bob Shirley has. Of course, as you point out, the thing about Santo Alcala, as we've talked about Jack Billingham and his breaking ball, I think the same thing holds true with Santo. This spring he was getting his breaking stuff over, and I think any pitcher or any pitching coach will tell you that if he gets the breaking ball over when he's behind batters or even with them, then he's got a heck of a chance of being a successful pitcher. And I think this is the story of Santo this spring. Right now, our national anthem. Defeat for the first time yesterday as San Diego struck for a trio in the ninth inning, two of them on Mike Ivey's tie-breaking triple, and went on to a 6-3 win over the Big Red Machine. So Cincinnati 2-1 as they begin play this afternoon, and well, it's going to be interesting to see how Santo Alcala fares now that we are playing for real after a fine spring. He threw hard, consistently hard. We reflect back to that night game a week ago, Saturday night, in St. Petersburg when he won against Tom Seaver, and boy, I'll tell you, it was nothing but wall-to-wall heat from both Alcala and Seaver for about 6 innings. And again, it's going to be very, very interesting to sit back and watch how this guy pitches today, and this is his first outing of 1977. Alcala last season an 11-game winner, but a not-so-hot 470 earned run average. He completed 3 of his 21 starts. Gave up 131 base hits and 132 innings while striking out 67 and walking 67. For the Padres, it's going to be rookie left fielder Gene Richards. To get this game underway, Richard has been up 11 times, has had 2 hits. As Alcala delivers the first pitch down and in for a ball, and this game is underway. Richard, champion, Winfield, is how the Padres will line up here in the first inning. Rose playing shallow at third base as Alcala deals a 1-0, and that is on the outside edge for a called strike 1. 1-1. Richard fleet of foot, waiting on the next delivery, and an off-speed pitch gets over on the outside corner for a called strike. So Alcala ahead 1-2 as Richard straddles the batter's box, checks with third base coach Joe Amalfitano, and steps back in. Here's a guy who wastes no time getting it up there, and this one swung on and line foul well back into the blue seats behind the San Diego dugout. Count holding, ball 1, strike 2 on Padre leadoff batter Gene Richards. Alcala checking in with Johnny Bench. 6'5" right-hander Wine kicks and fires, and Richards swings and fouls this one away. Outfield, as we have witnessed in the 3 previous games, playing Richard to hit the other way, radically shifted around toward left field, and he slices one into shallow left. Concepcion cannot get it. It falls along the line for a base hit. Richard takes the turn and now will hold at first base with a wrong field single to left. That'll bring up second baseman Mike Champion, who in the series has been up 11 times, has had 4 hits. He's knocked in a run. San Diego's victory yesterday was their first here in Cincinnati since their first appearance in Cincinnati in 1976 on the 20th of April. And they have found the winds few and far between in this ballpark, but hoping to pick up another one today and leave Cincinnati, having gained a split in the 4-game series.
Richard, a threat to run, takes the lead at first. Alcala delivers to the plate, and Champion takes it low and outside for ball one. Around the Reds infield, it's Dreesen at first base, Joe Morgan at second, Dave Concepcion at shortstop, Pete Rose at third base, Foster, Geronimo Griffey, left, center, and right, and Johnny Bench behind the plate for the second straight day. Throw to first base again, and Richard stands back. Alcala working diligently in spring training to cut down on his slow move to the plate. Try and keep the runners from going against him as often as they did. There goes Richard. Check swing, foul ball will be out of play, and Gene Richard will have to come on back to first base as the count evens on Champion at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow night we'll be in the Astrodome in Houston to kick off the first game of a 6-game road trip, 3 in Houston, 3 in San Diego. Probables for the opener against the Astros tomorrow night. Woody Fryman for the Reds and right-hander Doug Konechny for Houston. Infield double play depth. Alcala turns, throws back to first base. Third time now he's gone that way, so paying a lot of attention to speedy Gene Richards is Santo Alcala. 1 ball, 1 strike. Champion, right-handed batting rookie second baseman. Here's the pitch. He swings at the fly ball back into right center field. Geronimo and Griffey converging on it. Griffey calls and makes the catch. Champion retired, fly ball right field. It brings up the right fielder for the Padres, Dave Winfield, and as he gets a toe hold in that batter's box, Johnny Bench goes out to the mound to talk with the Cincinnati right-hander. Winfield 5 for 12 in this series, and a fine offensive performance largely on the strength of 3 hits yesterday, all singles and 5 times up. He struck out twice. Young man who jumped right off the campus of the University of Minnesota into the big leagues as San Diego's regular right fielder. The pitch to him, taken on the outside of strike. Has all the tools, but people are still waiting for Dave Winfield to have that first big monster year in every respect. Home runs, RBIs, batting average. He can run and probably has the best throwing arm of any right fielder in the league. Go to first base again. Moving to the San Diego on-deck circle, center fielder George Hendricks. 1 out, 1 on. Alcala in with a pitch. Richard goes, taken. Johnny Bench tries to get him and did not do so. Richard in with a steal as his throw was just to the third base side of second. Richard picking up the stolen base, and now with the Padres having a runner in scoring position, Winfield will step back in to await a 2-strike pitch.
Marty, as you pointed out, Santo Alcala trying to cut down on his delivery with a man on it. He's doing a good job. Really, John's throw, as you said, off to the left of the bag. Had it been on the bag, Richards is out. So Santo doing better.
That he is. Now the pitch to Winfield. That one a while when it goes all the way back to the screen, bounces out toward first base where Danny Dreesen picks it up in the first base coaching box. So Alcala really uncorks a wild one. And Richard moves on down to third base.
Marty, I kind of have a feeling that Santo crossed Bench up. In fact, he's out talking with Santo now. And I have to have a feeling that we're supposed to be a breaking ball, and as hard as Alcala can throw when you cross a catcher up, particularly up that high, it's pretty difficult to react to it.
Davey Concepcion now out on the mound talking with Santo Alcala. Johnny Bench back behind the plate, and the Padres first getting a leadoff single from Richard, who moves to second on a steal and now advances to third base on Alcala's wild pitch. The Cincinnati infield will be playing up a bit. 1-2 the count on Dave Winfield, who waves the bat around and now has it cocked and ready. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So a big out right there as Alcala punches out Dave Winfield. And with 2 away, here's the former Cleveland Indian center fielder George Hendricks. Padres have hit the ball much better in this series than has Cincinnati. Pitch to Hendricks, swing and a miss. In fact, An interesting note, the Padres have had 45 men on base to Cincinnati's 27, but the Reds have scored 14 runs to San Diego's 12. Here's a high pop outside of first base and carrying on back into the seats. Nothing else. That points up the tremendous advantage that the club possesses in possessing long ball power. The Reds, of course, have had a couple of 3-run home runs in this series. Here's a shot hit to left field. Foster racing back, looking up, and it's off the wall. Richard comes in to score. Hendrick heading for second, and he's going to be in sliding with a run-scoring double to left field. Well, it looked like Santo Alcala may well be on his way to getting out of the inning after he struck out Winfield, but Hendrick pounds one off the boards in left field to score Richard, and it's 1-0 Padres with catcher Gene Tennis stepping in and Johnny Bench. He's wearing a path out between the plate and the mound, talking with Santo Alcala. He's back out there again.
Honey, I think what we've noticed George Hendrick in these 3-4 ball games is he's a pretty good breaking ball hitter. I think in yesterday's ball game, or I should say in the ball game Billingham started, he hit a breaking pitch for a base hit, and it looks like he handles the foot quite well.
See what Gene Tennis does. He looks at a breaking ball for a strike on the inside edge. Outstanding series for Tennis. 5 hits, 13 at-bats, a homer. He has driven in 5 runs. Now Davey Concepcion to the mound. No balls, 1 strike, a run home. Runner at second base, Hendrick. Right-handed batting, Gene Tennis. Alcala sights aside. Kicks and throws. Tennis takes it inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jim Quick is our plate umpire on this Easter Sunday afternoon. At first base, Ed Vargo. At second, Harry Windelstadt. And at third base, Satch Davidson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alcala with Tennis and pitching. Full foul between the bag and the coaching box at third. 1-2. There goes Johnny Bench again out to the mound. Well, I'll tell you, they must be experiencing all sorts of problems insofar as communication is concerned. We're in the first inning, and Bench has been out there no less than 4 times already, not counting the 2 visits that Concepcion has made in from shortstop. Ready to go again. Alcala with the advantage. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He checks Hendrick at second. Looks back to the plate and throws. Swing and a miss. Tennis strikes out, and that's the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. After a half inning of play, the Padres won, and the Reds are coming to bat.
Well, we loaded up the dogs in the pickup truck, heading out hunting and hoping for luck. Raring to go where the country's good as new. We'd hunt for a spell and then settle down. Take it easy and gather round. Pass a red fox chewing tobacco and have a chew. Later on, when we've all done in, we build a fire, let the story spin, open up another pouch and had another chew. Red Fox is mild and like I say, a taste that fresh tastes good all day. Like a Tennessee hound, Red Fox won't let you down. Why don't you try Red Fox? Look for it in the white pouch with the picture of old Red taking it easy. Red Fox chewing tobacco. Now it's better than ever. One day real soon between me and you, I'm heading back to the fields with my Red Fox chew, because Mr. Taking It Easy never tasted so good. Red Fox.
We trail 1-0 as we move to the bottom of the first inning, and the Reds have pretty much had a history the last few years of treating rookie pitchers very rudely, and hopefully that'll be the case this afternoon against left-hander Bob Shirley. Before we tell you about Shirley and take a look at Pete Rose, we'll pause for station identification on the Cincinnati Reds Baseball Network.
We're listening to the great ones on 147 Radio. WDCL.
Dunedin, Clearwater.
83 degrees at 2:30. Slight winds out of the north-northwest.
Pete Rose getting ready to go to war against left-hander Bob Shirley. In the bottom of the first inning, Pete 1 for 10 in the series. And, of course, batting right-handed against a left-handed thrower, the pitch is low for a ball. Shirley started out the season last year with a Padres Double-A farm club at Amarillo, won 9 and lost 5, then went up to their Triple-A club at Hawaii, where he was 5 wins and 5 losses. Swung on and hit hard, and right at the second baseman, Mike Champion. Rose hitting into tough luck. He's hit some hard shots in this series, but most of the time right at somebody. One out to the right fielder, Ken Griffey, who has reached Padres pitching for 6 hits and 11 times to the plate. He has homered once. That came yesterday to center field with 2 mates aboard. The left-hander against left-hander with 1 out. Shirley throws, and Griffey takes ball as high and inside. This young man has been in professional baseball only that last season with Amarillo and Hawaii. He was the Padres' #1 draft choice in the January '76 draft. 2 balls and no strikes. Joe Morgan on deck. The Reds down a run as we bat in the bottom of the first inning. Dennis sends out the sign to pitch. Swing and a foul back. You look at the way Randy Jones pitches and the success that he has had over the last couple of years, probably next to Jim Cott, the quickest worker in the National League, and it seems like so many pitchers around the league now are beginning to take up the cues of a Jim Cott, a Bob Gibson in previous years, and a Randy Jones. This one fouled back. In fact, most of the pitchers on the San Diego pitching staff are very, very quick workers. We can remember Dave Fryslevin a couple of years back took all the time in the world between pitches, but he worked very quickly for the most part yesterday. And Shirley is a very, very quick worker today. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shirley coming with a break-even pitch, and Griffey takes the breaking ball wide of the plate as the count goes full. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air. Back in shallow left center field, a shortstop back, but the left fielder Richard calls, and Gene Richard makes the play for the second out. Joe Morgan with 2 down. In case you missed the late scores from Big League Baseball last night, the LA Dodgers defeated San Francisco 8-2 to go 2-0 on the year. And the Seattle Mariners made it 2 straight over the California Angels, bumping them off 5-1. Here's Morgan, and here's Shirley. Check swing foul. Joe is 2 for 9. He's driven in 4 runs, has had a home run. Padres 1, Cincinnati nothing. Morgan takes the off-speed pitch high and inside. In the San Diego infield, they have Ivy at first, Champion second, Allman short, Rader third, Richard in left field, Hendrick in center, Winfield in right, and Tennis behind the plate. This one sliced down the left field line, but curving foul and dropping into the seats. John McNamara has not altered his lineup once among his 8 everyday players throughout this 4-game set now. He's gone with the same lineup today that he went with on opening day Wednesday afternoon. 1-2, the count on Joe Morgan. Swing and a miss, or actually a foul tip as the ball popping out of Tennis's mitt. Shirley toes the rubber, looking in. Winds and delivers, and Morgan looks at a high fastball. 2-2. Did Morgan reach here with 2 out, the inning would continue for catcher Johnny Bench. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit well to right field. Drawing a beat, however, is Winfield, and just a step away from the bench, Dave Winfield brings in Morgan's drive to end the inning. The Reds are out 1-2-3. So as we go to the top of the second, San Diego 1 and Cincinnati nothing.
Family place to eat. A morning meal, a late night treat. Say, how about next time out? Stopping by. Stopping
move to the top of the second. San Diego will run up on the Cincinnati Reds at 1-0 as Mike Ivy steps in. A young man who, well, missed by inches yesterday of clouding a ninth-inning three-run home run. He had to settle for a two-run triple. Pitch to him is in the dirt and outside. He's 6 for 14. Homer, 3 RBIs in the series. San Diego first baseman, a right-handed batter. 1-0 pitch. That's down and outside as it kicks away from bench. 2 balls and no strikes. Then the third at Pittsburgh. Cardinals lead Pirates 5-4. Boy, for a St. Louis club that was not supposed to be able to score a great deal of runs this season, they have been scoring them by the bushel loads in that series against the Bucs. Here's ball 3. St. Louis has been paced by their young first baseman, Keith Hernandez, who's had a super series in Pittsburgh. Strike is called, 3-1 on Ivy, with Rader on deck and Allman to follow. In the second, it's Chicago, the Mets nothing, the Cubs nothing. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Montreal playing at Philadelphia. That's not yet underway. And, of course, yesterday, the Expos chalking up the victory. We mentioned home runs in our post-game scoreboard show from Gary Carter and Ellis Valentine. Did not mention the home run that Tony Perez hit because we were not aware of it. Here's a fly ball hit down the right field line. Curving away from Griffey. Long run by Ken. Ball is right in the first row of the seats down by the pitcher's mound of the Cincinnati bullpen. So yesterday it was home runs by Valentine, Carter, and the former Red Tony Perez that led the Expos to that come-from-behind victory over the Philadelphia Phils. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is holding on Ivy. Alcala sends in the pitch and lost him to a walk. Johnny Bench thought it got the outside corner, but Jim Quick didn't think so, and Alcala has served up his first walk. Doug Rader will step in. Nobody out, and the runner at first base. He's had 3 hits and 12 times up. A couple of doubles. They came in the Friday night game. Ivy leads at first against a holding Dan Dreesen as Alcala comes down slowly and pauses at the belt. He delivers to Rader. Strike 1 call. Alcala taking a little bit of time now. He pitches, and that one is high and inside to Rader. 1 ball and 1 strike. Simply an outstanding day for baseball, and it's been getting progressively warmer since Wednesday when we had all the snow early that morning. Now 80 degrees or better this afternoon. 1-1 to pitch. Swung on, chopped along the third base line. Tough play. Alcala comes up throwing to first. Got the runner Rader. As Ivy moves on to second base. 1-3 on the outplay at first. Would have been a much tougher play had there been a man up there swinging who could run a little bit. Alcala cutting down Rader, and now he'll be facing the rookie shortstop Billy Allman with Ivy at second and 1 out. Allman, after a horrendous first 3 games here, or first 2 games here, showed signs of coming around yesterday. He singled twice and 5 times up, knocked in one of the runs in that 3-run ninth inning for him. He swings and pops it out of play as the ball drifts back into the red seats directly over our broadcast booth. Allman, a right-handed batter. Check swing, that's the ball, and it's 1-1. Field plays Allman toward right, but not nearly as radically as they do their leadoff batter, Gene Richards. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. That's below the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitcher will be up next, Bob Shirley.
Alcala with a nod of the head as he picks up the sign, and now the 2-1 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Alcala with the fastball challenge that Allman could not respond to. Leveling the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Talking about the series in Houston, Fryman versus Konechny tomorrow night. Pat Zachary will be making his first start of the season Tuesday night against James Rodney Richards. And Wednesday, Jack Dillingham scheduled to go against right-hander Joaquin Andujar. 2-2 delivery. This one fouled back. Speaking of Andujar, he got his first start last night, and all he did was 2-hit the Atlanta Braves, firing a shutout as Houston goes 2-0. So the Astros and the Dodgers have each won their first 2. Atlanta has dropped their first 2. Cincinnati 2-1. San Diego 1-2. And the San Francisco Giants have lost 2 straight to the Dodgers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count on Allman. Leading at second, Mike Ivy. 1 out on the second pitch. Breaking ball down and outside, and the count goes full. We'll be seeing Houston the next 3 days. Have an off day Thursday, and then take on the same San Diego club Friday, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon before returning to Cincinnati. 3-2. And the payoff. Line drive, right center field, base hit. Here comes the runner rounding second. They're going to send him to the plate, and he's going to be out a mile. Easy playing home. Ken Griffey firing to Johnny Bench. The throw was up the third baseline, but such a good, strong throw that Mike Ivy never even attempted to slide. He just ran right into Johnny Bench's tag.
I think there was a little indecision as Mike round at third, and I doubt and do not think that Joe Malfitano gave him the stop sign, go sign, or turn around, or what.
Well, it cost him as Ivy is a dead duck at the plate. Allman moves to second on the throw home, give him a single, and bring up Bob Shirley, the San Diego pitcher. Shirley takes it a strike on the inside at the letters. He's a right-handed batter. So a would-be second San Diego run of the game is cut down at home. 2 out, still 1-0 Padres in the second. That strike 2 call. Alcala tries to end the inning with this pitch, but misses up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now in the third, Cardinals 7, Pirates 4. In the second, the Mets have drawn first blood. They lead the Cubs 1-0. Shirley strikes out swinging. Alcala picks up his third punch out. And the second inning numbers. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. They go to the home second at Riverfront. Padres 1, Reds 0. Largest breweries in America today, Stroh's is the only one that is still family-owned and family-run.
We believe it goes back to a way of thinking that has been passed down from one generation of Stroh's to the next for more than 200 years. To the Stroh family, brewing is more than just a way of making money. It's something they were brought up to become personally involved with and to take personal pride in. Because beer is a living thing that has to be looked after by someone who really cares about it. That's the way the Strohs run their brewery today. We think the real beer lover will appreciate it. Stroh Brewery Company, Detroit, Michigan. Family brewers for more than 200 years.
Special day here at Riverfront Stadium. It's Jacket Day, of course, and that reminds us to tell you about some of the other big dates coming up for the Reds. That day will be Sunday, May 1st, when the Reds take on the Chicago Cubs.
The Marching Band Festival precedes the Reds-Giants game on May 15th. Poster Day will be against the Astros on Sunday, June 5th. And Banner Day, Sunday, June 12th. That'll be the Reds against the Expos. Plan to be on hand for all the fun and purchase your tickets in advance. Johnny bench for openers, bottom of the second. We trail a run. Shirley retiring the side in order in frame number 1. The pitch to bench is wide, a ball. John with a rough beginning yesterday, went 0 for 4, struck out twice, hit the ball hard in the 9th inning, a line drive out to center. There's the call strike, 1-1. Bench Foster, Concepcion, and hopefully more in inning number 2 for Cincinnati. John takes it up, 2 balls and 1 strike. Studies the side. Bench swings, a high pop out into shallow right center field where Winfield camps under it and makes the catch. 1 out for left fielder George Foster, and Joe Shirley appears to be primarily an off-speed pitcher.
Well, as we've pointed out, not overfiring at all, Marty, and it looks like he's trying to keep the ball down and maybe rely on control, a lot of breaking stuff. But nothing real hard we've seen yet.
So far, it's been successful for him. He's retired 4 straight. He delivers to Foster, and the pitch is high for a ball. George in the series 1 for 9. He's knocked in 3 runs, had 2 RBIs on opening day. Swung on and bounced to third, a foul ball. Strike. Shirley with a pitch. Foster with a swing and a line drive in behind the Cincinnati dugout. Shirley ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Spencer pacing around the mound, now back on top. Miss. He strikes Foster out, and that's his first major league strikeout. 2 down. The batter will be shortstop Davey Concepcion. The Reds will not be back in Riverfront until a week from Monday night when we meet the Los Angeles Dodgers, and we might tell you that the game time has been changed for that one to 8:35, 30 minutes later than the previously announced time. Here's Concepcion. Davey swings and fouls. So mark that down. A week from Monday night, that'll be the 18th of April, the Reds and the Dodgers. 8:35 starting time, which would put our air time on most of these same stations with the pregame shows at 8:05. There'll be an off day on Tuesday the 19th, and the Reds and the Dodgers hook up in a 12:30 businessmen special on Wednesday the 20th. 1 ball, 1 strike. That will comprise the entire homestand. The Reds will have an off day on April 21st. We'll be flying out to Chicago, play the Cubs in a weekend series beginning the 22nd, and then go to Atlanta for 3. Strike is called, 1 and 2. So after today, only 2 home games in the next 2 weeks, and that'll be a week from Monday and then a week from Wednesday. 2 games with the Dodgers. Swung on, looping, soft line drive. It falls for a hit to center field. Bob Shirley to the previous batter, George Foster, picked up his first major league strikeout, and now surrenders his first major league base hit. That'll bring up first baseman Danny Dreesen. Danny has had a rough time of it against San Diego pitching, up 11 times, and yet without a hit. Go to first. They've called a balk on Shirley. That's going to send Concepcion on to second base.
Marty, that's the Jones Wednesday afternoon. Harry Wendelstedt calling it, and Ed Bargle calls it here on Bob Shirley. Across the leg over the plane of the pitching rubber and through to first, and that is the ball.
Okay, here we go now with the top 2 out. Dreesen, strike is called. has been in much the same predicament as has Pete Rose in that when he has hit the ball hard, he has hit it at someone. 2 call. Shirley coming with 2 off-speed. Getting him over for strikes to Dan Dreesen. We're in the bottom of the second, and San Diego leads in the game 1-0. No balls, 2 strikes. Leone. Shirley at second. The pitch to the plate is up high for a ball. Dreesen and misses. Slow breaking ball at him way out in front. The Red second is history. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. After 2 complete, the Padres 1 and the Reds nothing.
We got together to do it better, and that's what we did.
When the Marathon Oil Company was put together, it was put together right. Because the whole idea behind Marathon was to do the job better. So Marathon get the best oil people, and the best pipeline people, and the best refining people, and the best service station people, and put them all together to do it better.
We got together to do it better. That's what we did.
Marathon Oil Company. We got together to do it better. And we did.
Be the top of the order for the San Diego Padres in the 3rd inning, and here to call the action for you, Joe Nuxall.
All right, Marty. Gene Richard, Mike Champion, Dave Winfield. Here in the 3rd, Richard led off the game with a looping single down the left field line, stole second, and scored from 3rd after reaching on a wild pitch. Scored on the double by George Hendrick. Richard, a .250 batting average in the first 3 games. Takes low and inside from Alcala ball. Tonto struck out 3, walked 1, and has thrown a wild pitch. Alcala back to the plate. Richard takes a strike. The knees 1-1. Richard, a left-handed batter. Rose in shallow at 3rd. The pitch. That's just under the knees. 2 balls to strike. Richard now has 3 hits in the 4-game series. He's 3 for 12. Here's the 2-2 from Alcala. Swung on and hit up the middle into center field, a base hit. Geronimo plays the ball back to the infield, and Gene Richard with his 2nd base hit of the ball game, and the 4th, the Padres. I'll bring Mike Champion to the plate. Champion, a fly ball that Griffey hauled in and left in right center field in the 1st inning. Richard at first base, a good lead. He straddles the turf and the dirt down at first. A square and the bunt attempt by Champion, and it's a strike call. Padres getting around in the 1st, leading it 1-0. San Diego with 4 base hits. Alcala the stretch, throws over the 1st, and Richard steps back. Tonto sets and delivers. Champion squares the button, fouls this time. 0-2. Stolen base in the 1st inning for Richard, his 2nd of the season. 0-2 the count to 2nd baseman Mike Champion. Alcala has the sign. Sets and delivers. High and inside. A ball, 2 strikes. Oh, just a perfect baseball day here at Riverfront. Not a cloud in the sky. A soft breeze blowing over the stadium straight out to center field. The 76 World Championship pennant. They joined the American flag out at center. The 1-2 swung on and hit into right field. Griffey moving in a couple of steps, pats the glove once, and he has it. Out number 1. One away, and here's Dave Winfield. Winfield went down swinging in the first inning. One of the 3 strikeouts that Alcala has. Winfield and Tennis in the first, and Shirley to end the second inning. Dean Richard at first base. A stretch throws over to first, and that's the ball. Oh, Santo being called for a balk, and that's moving toward home plate and not stepping directly over to first base. So the second balk in the ball game, each pitcher has committed one. Alcala ready and delivers to Winfield. It's the breaking ball for a called strike. Richard now at second base. Padres hoping to square the series at 2 apiece. The Reds hoping to make it 3-1. The 0-1 delivery. Swung on and fouled to the screen, and Winfield a good cut at that one. Santo out in front of Winfield. No balls, 2 strikes. George Hendrick on deck. Outfield straight away to Dave. Rolls deep at third. Alcala to the belt. Looks back at Richard. Delivers. That swung on and hit down the right field line. Running hard toward the line is Griffey. Might have room, and that one drops in the first row of seats. Kenny was there, but the ball dropping into the first row of box seats just beyond the Cincinnati bullpen. Winfield still alive at the plate. Blake Carroll was pitching in the second inning for the Cardinals in Pittsburgh. St. Louis leading 5-4, scoring 2 in the first, 3 in the second. The Pirates got their 4 runs in the first inning. Alcala ready, and the 0-2 to Dave Winfield. Here it comes. High and inside. 1-2. Hendrick on deck. Alcala nods the okay to the sign from bench. The stretch. Santo holding and now steps back off the pitching rubber. Alcala back onto the pitching rubber. Gets another sign from bench. Set. Looks back at Richard at second. Delivers. Winfield swings on a breaking pitch and pops it to right field. Kenny Griffey has it as Richard trots back to his bag at second. 2 away, and George Hendrick to the plate. Hendrick, a run-producing double in the first inning, hitting a curveball down the left field line. So Hendrick has 6 hits and 13 times the plate in this series. First extra base hit. Reds outfield playing Hendrick straight away. Throws deep at third. Alcala sets and delivers. Fastball swung and hit hard to right field. Going back, Griffey still going back. Looking up, it bangs off the wall. It's by Kent. On his way to second is Hendrick, and he goes in standing with his second double of the ball game. And the Padres lead it 2-0. Hendrick has driven in both runs. And Richard has scored both. Hit number 5 for San Diego. Gene Tennis to the plate. Gene struck out to end the first inning. Alcala sets and delivers. Tennis takes high and inside a ball. Tennis 5 hits and 14 times the plate. He's driven in 5 runs. 1-0. Swung on a high pop. Coming back at us. And the count evens 1-1 to Gene Tennis. Talking to Gene before the ball game, and we were talking about Oakland, and one of the real disappointing things that occurred to them out there as players was the crowd. Small crowds in the Oakland Coliseum. We really enjoyed being here in Cincinnati with a big crowd. He swings and fouls away, and down goes the ball, 2 strikes to Gene Tennis. Gives Tennis a lot of room down the right field line. The whole outfield pulled well around to the left. Alcala, the stretch and the pitch. That's high and inside, an off-speed pitch, and count evens 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gene Tennis and at second base, George Hendricks. Padres lead it 2-0. Alcala to the belt. And his pitch. Swung on. That's hit into right center field. That's going to be extra bases as it's between Geronimo and Griffey. Geronimo plays it off the wall. Tennis on his way to third. Quick throw and a headlong slide, and Gene Tennis has tripled, and it's a 3-0 ball game. Right now, we'll pause for station identification. This is the Cincinnati Reds Baseball Network.
We're listening to the great ones on 147 Radio. WDCL, Dunedin, Clearwater.
84 degrees at 3:02. Slight winds out of the north-northeast at 18 miles an hour.
All right, here's Mike Ivy as Bourbon heads to the Reds bullpen to start throwing. Tennis at third. The pitch to Ivy outside a ball. Gene Tennis triples to right center to drive in the third San Diego run, the 1-0. Ivy again looks outside, and it's 2 balls, no strike. All 3 of the Padre runs have been scored after 2 are out. Ivy looks at a strike, fastball, gets the outside corner, 2-1. First inning after Richard had singled. Champion Winfield went out, and Hendrick doubled. Here in the inning, Richard singled, moved to second on a balk. Alcala high with his next pitch, 3-1. And after Champion and Winfield hit fly balls to right, Hendrick doubled to right, and Tennis tripled to right center. 3-1 delivery. Check swing, ground ball fair along the first baseline. Ivy on his way to second. Up with the ball is Griffey, and it's a 4-0 ball game. Ivy checking his swing and grounding it between the first base bag and Danny Dreesen and on down the right field line. So it's 4-0 ball game. That's 7 hits in the game for the Padres. 4 of them have been for extra bases. Ennis scoring from third. Alcala ready to work to Rader, and Doug takes a breaking pitch that was bit outside. A 1-0. Rader swings and fouls straight back and under our base. 1-1. Cardinals now lead the Pirates 8-4. New York leading Chicago 1-0 on a Ed Cranepool home run. That's in the third inning. The only games underway in the National League at the moment: Montreal at Philadelphia, Atlanta to Houston, and San Francisco at Los Angeles later on. 1-1 to count to Doug Rader. Mike Ivy at second. A stretch to pitch. Up high, and it's 2 balls to strike. Padres leading at 4-0. Tonto ready and delivers. Swung on a very high pop down the right side. Then will drift back into the seat. Count evens 2-2 to Raiders. First, in the second inning, the Raiders one time deflated. Chopper off to the left of the mound was thrown out by Alcala. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ivy at second base, and the Padres have scored 3 here in the inning. Stretch to the pitch. Breaking ball outside, full count. Santo has the sign from bench. And the payoff on the way. That swung on and foul. A fastball to the screen. Out holding. 3-2. Let's move on to Houston tomorrow night in the Astrodome. Open a 3-game series. Alcala is 3-2 again. Swung on again, fouled, backing out of play. After an off day next Thursday, we open a 3-game set with the Padres at San Diego Stadium and then return here a week from this coming Monday night against the against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Curve misses outside, ball 4. And here comes Sparky, and that's going to be it for Santo Alcala. Second walk issued by Santo, and it's going to be Bill Allman. But first, we'll have a change in pitchers as Pedro Bourbon makes his way in from the Cincinnati bullpen. So Alcala trots off the field. The Padres leading 4-0. We have a break in the action here at Riverfront. We'll be back after this word.
Now that warmer weather is here, folks like to get outside and start enjoying life all over again. Well, there's no better place to do it than the wonderful world of Kings Island. Kings Island, a place just for fun, 20 miles north of Cincinnati with over 1,600 happy acres. If you belong to a school, company, or community group, you can take advantage of Kings Island's special group rate. It's a great way for your group to enjoy over 100 rides, shows, and attractions at Kings Island. Now, you must have 25 or more people, and you must make reservations in advance to get the special group rate. So get your group together and make a date. There's even a
New pitcher on the mound, Pedro Bourbon, and Pedro making his third appearance in the first 4 games of this season. Bourbon has worked just an inning and 2/3, allowing 2 hits, has not walked or struck out anyone, and has not allowed an earned run or a run. He'll be facing Bill Allman, the San Diego shortstop. Bill with a single to right center in the second inning. Ken Griffey throwing Ivy out at the plate for the second out of the inning. Runners at first and second, 2 away, and Bourbon's first pitch to Allman inside the ball. They got Ivy at second base, Raider at first. Scored 3 times here in the inning. They lead 4-0. Bourbon delivers, Allman swings and pops it foul down the right side and into the seats. 1-1. Bourbon leaves to stretch the pitch. Swung on and bounced to Rose. Pete has it. He'll race to the third base tag and force to Ivy, and that's it for the Padres. But in the inning, they pick up 3 runs on 4 base hits. So we don't have 2 runners left on base, and at the middle of the third, San Diego 4, Cincinnati nothing.
What makes us what you've been looking for? The little things that we do, and the way we welcome you. And could it be history? It's the food, just like a big boy says. Everything is great. A chicken dish, crisp and golden, fillet of fish that's
the third inning. It'll be Geronimo, Bourbon, and Rose. Geronimo this year, in the first 3 ball games, a .556 batting average, 5 hits and 9 times to plate. The Chief has driven in a couple of runs. He has a home run, a triple, and a double. Well, Bob Shirley on the mound for the Padres, the rookie, in his first major league start. He has allowed 1 hit, has struck out 2 in the first 2 innings. Left-hander winds and delivers, and Geronimo looks low a ball. Outfield, around to the left, the pitch. That's the strike, and it's 1-1. The one base hit in the game for the Reds belongs to Dave Concepcion, a single to center. Geronimo a half swing on a breaking pitch, and it cost him a ball, 2 strikes. Early delivers. Geronimo takes. Slider outside. Count even 2-2. The 2-2. That's just high. Full count now as Gene Tennis raises his right arm over his head and reminding Shirley to keep on top. Full count is Geronimo. The pitch. That swung on and missed. A 3-2 breaking ball, and that's strikeout number 3 for Bob Shirley, and Pedro Bourbon will step in. Oh, Pedro is proud of his hitting ability. Let's see if he can get on. He swings and misses the slider. 0-1. Not the most picturesque swing in baseball by any means. There's a pitch that's this low, 1-1. Somehow, some way, Pedro makes contact. So 1-1. Down low, and it's 2 balls to strike to Bourbon. Pete Rose up next. Outfield straight away and pulled in. The pitch, strike 2, and evens at 2-2. Padres with a 4-0 lead as the Reds bat here in the third with 1 away. Shirley delivers. Bourbon swings and grounds it foul off the third baseline. American League scores: Kansas City leading Detroit 2-0, 6th inning. Texas 3-0 over Baltimore, 3rd inning. Cleveland trailing Boston 1-0, 3rd inning. And the game's flowing in the American League. The 2-2. Bourbon lines it down the left field line, a base hit. And by Richard, no, Pedro is turning it on. He's on his way to second. Richard up with the ball, and Mr. Bourbon is just doubled down the left field line. And he is, I like to have a movie of him running. He goes a mile a minute, but he's not running a mile. So Pedro Bourbon doubles to left with 1 away here in the 3rd inning, and that'll bring Pete Rose to the plate. Well, maybe that'll get something going for it. Second hit in the game for the Reds. Early the stretch, and the pitch to Rose. Pete looks at it, down low ball. Tennis hangs the sign. Early set. Looks back at Bourbon. The pitch up high, and it's 2-0 to Rose. Time called now. Gene Tennis trots to the mound to talk to the rookie. And quite possibly at the moment, Shirley trying to overthrow the baseball. Tennis still at the mound talking with him. Padres scoring a run in the first, 3 in the third. They lead it 4-0. The Padre outfield playing Pete around to the right, giving him room down the left field line. The 2-0. Up high, 3 balls, no strike. Ken Griffey on deck. Shirley has not walked the batter through the first 2+ innings. Here's the 3-0. Rose takes high, ball 4. First walk issued by Bob Shirley, and we have the first and second with one away and Ken Griffey to the plate. Griffey a fly ball to shallow left in the first inning where Gene Richards played it. And he has had 6 hits now and 12 times to the plate, and even .500 batting average. Driven in 3, all 3 of them on a home run in yesterday's loss to the Padres. He swings and pulls it foul down the right side. That's well back into the seat. Reds with Rose at first, Bourbon at second, and 1 out. Early has the sign. And his pitch. Griffey swings and misses a breaking ball. 0-2. Joe Morgan up next. No balls, 2 strikes to Griffey. Early ready. And his pitch. That's up high, a fastball. 1-2. Griff swung on and missed. And then a strikeout number 4 for Bob Shirley. Breaking pitch away from Kenny. Go away down. Here's Joe Morgan. And Joe lined hard to Winfield in deep right field in the first inning. Shirley has struck out 2 here in the inning. He got 2 in the second inning. He sets and now steps back off the pitching rubber and wants another sign from Gene Tennant. On the stretch. And the pitch. Morgan takes a low ball. Still with 2 hits and 10 times the plate through the first 3+ ball games. At 4 RBIs. The 1-0. That misses high, and it's 2 balls. No strikes to Morgan with bench on deck. We're going at second. Rose at first. And the 2-0 to Morgan. A strike call, a breaking pitch. 2-1. Trying to work out of trouble here in the third. The pitch on the way. Morgan swings and fouls. Now it evens 2-2. Bob Shirley, not too many fastballs. All curves and sliders primarily. He's 2-2 with Morgan. Runners at first and second. Stretch. And the 2-2. Curveball hangs inside. Full count now to Joe. 2 away. Bourbon and Rose will be on the move. Fourth inning now at Chicago. The Mets leading the Cubs 2-1. 6th inning at Pittsburgh. St. Louis 8, the Pirates 6. Nice to stretch. Now a blunt back to second base, and Bourbon not that far away. Shirley okays the sign. Stretch, the runners go to pitch. Swung on and fouled by Morgan. Count holding 3 balls, 2 strikes. back into the batter's box. Shirley again sets. And again the 3-2. Check swing foul this time, and apparently it hit Joe on the arm. And instead of a walk, it's a hit batsman. We got the bases loaded and Bench to the plate. Now John McNamara is coming out to question the call by plate umpire Jim Quick. And Gene Tennis didn't appear to say anything about it. And yet John McNamara is out questioning the call. Said the ball struck Morgan on the arm. They got the bases loaded and Bench at the plate. Morgan at first base, Rose at second, Borbone at third. 2 away, and Bench steps in. Down a fly ball to right in the second inning. Second walk issued by Bob Shirley. Shirley will pick the windup now with the bases loaded. First pitch to Bench is swung on and popped up. Tennis might have a play back near the screen, and that one dropped just over the screen and out of play. Padres with a 4-0 lead, but the Reds could get on the board here with the bases loaded and 2 away. We have a right-hander throwing on the San Diego bullpen. Looks like Rick Sawyer. The 0-1 going outside. Now he was 1-1 to Bench. Early working slowly. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Fastball away. A ball, 2 strikes to Johnny. Billy getting the sign from Tennis. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and fouled. John hangs in with Shirley now. John heading toward the on deck circle. We got Pine Tar and the rug. Now the ball, 2 strikes to Bench. John back to the plate. Johnny Bench is tied for the career lead in the club history. Grand slams. He and Beta Penson each have 6, and that's a check swing and a strikeout for Bench, and that's it. In the inning, no runs. We get 1 hit. No errors. 3 runners left on base, and the end of 3 innings, San Diego 4, Cincinnati nothing. Here at Riverfront, the final game of the homestand. The Padres have had 4 runs on 7 hits. The Reds no runs, 2 hits. For San Diego, to lead it off, it would be pitcher Bob Shirley. Back with the action, Marty Brenneman.
Okay, Joe. Shirley up 1 time earlier today. Back in the second, he struck out swinging, facing Santo Alcala. And now it's going to be Pedro Borbone, who came out of the Reds bullpen in the last inning to get Bob Shirley to hit into a 4th play to retire the side. But thus far, through the first third, it has been all San Diego. Bourbon now working to his opposite number, Shirley, and the fastball is high. They got one in the first. They struck for 3 in the third to rouse Alcala. They've had 7 hits to Cincinnati's 2. That pitch misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. Ball strike, 2-1. On deck, Gene Richards, then it'll be second baseman Mike Champion. Swing at a miss. Bourbon blew the fastball by Shirley, 2-2. Pedro checking in, delivers. Here's a smash foul. About a row back of the Cincinnati dugout down at the far end. The holding count as pitcher faces pitcher in the fourth inning, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one's fouled back. Bourbon tries to put him away. Shirley takes just low and off the plate. And the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We had some activity going down in the San Diego bullpen. That has now ceased. Bourbon's 3-2 pitch is high, and Shirley gets a leadoff walk. So Bourbon issues his first walk. That's the third base on balls allowed by Reds pitching. It brings up Gene Richard, who has been up 2 times and has had hits on both occasions. A leadoff single in the first inning, he scored. He singled again in the third, walked to second base by Alcala, and eventually came in to score on Hendricks' double off the right field fence. Now they wait for Shirley to get the jacket on down at first base before Richard steps in to try and continue his perfect hitting afternoon. Pedro delivers, and this one bounced to the mound. Bourbon drops the ball, drops it again, and throws to second, not in time. Things are not going at all well for the Reds today. That a one-hopper back to the mound. Bourbon dropped it, reached for it, could not come up with it, and then, instead of going to first, why he might have had a play, elected to try and force Shirley at second, and his throw was late. So Bourbon is charged with an error. The Padres have 2 men on base, and the batter will be second baseman Mike Champion. Champion is fly to right and fly to right again. Now Rose and Dreesen on the corners looking for the sacrifice bunt attempt. Champion squares. Here's a throw down to second. Not in time. It's a strike to the batter Champion. Betts trying for a shot at Shirley coming back into second base, but the runner beat the throw. Here's a bunt on the third base line, rolling foul. So no balls and 2 strikes as Champion comes on back to the plate. Shirley returns to second. Richard walking slowly back to first. Padres has stirred up trouble in every inning in this game, scoring, as we mentioned, a run in the first inning. They stranded a runner in the second, and then sent 8 batters to the plate in that 3-run third. Nothing into the count. Rose now even with a bag. Dreesen playing a bit shallow, and Mike Champion offering it a pitch out away from him to become a strikeout victim. Bourbon first. The batter will be right fielder Dave Winfield. Winfield has struck out. He's also fly to right. Well, we got to hold them right here and hope that the Reds offense can muster enough to get back in it. San Diego jumping out to an early 4-0 lead and trying to put some more on the board here in the fourth. Line drive headed toward the gap in left center field. Foster will not be able to get it. Here comes Shirley to the plate. Rounding third, he's going to try and score, will be Gene Richards. The throw will not be in time, and the Padres lead it 6-0. Two-run double by Dave Winfield to the alley in left center. Get Shirley and Richard home, and the Padres are trying to make a rout out of it. We'll pause for station identification on the Cincinnati Reds Baseball Network.
On the Fun Coast, this is WDCL, Dunedin, Clearwater.
The time is 3:31. The temperature 84 degrees under sunny skies.
Two-run double by Dave Winfield puts two more Padre runs on the board, and now it'll be George Hendrick who has doubled twice to knock in two runs. Strike is called to him. Strike two. Bourbon dropping down a bit on the right-handed batter to fire that one over on the outside edge of the plate. This one grounded towards short. Concepcion looks Winfield back to second and throws Hendrick out at first. 2 out. That'll bring up Gene Tenet. To order your copy of the Reds Highlights record album by mail, send $4.98 plus $1 postage handling to Reds Records, Riverfront Stadium, Cincinnati. The great collector's souvenir. Dennis struck out in the first, but tripled a run home in the third inning. He swings and fouls it out of play. Runner trying to steal third. Bench's throw to Rose, and they're waiting on him. Johnny Bench with a perfect throw to Pete Rose. Dave Winfield tried to get in the side door. He came into the home plate side of the bag with a head-first slide, but he and Rose go down in a heap of dust at third base, and he's out to end the inning. Padres get two on a hit. Reds commit an error. Nobody left. And after 3.5, San Diego 6 and Cincinnati nothing.
The big red machine is rolling down the street. The big red smoky is a big league tree. How about a hot dog on a bun? Parade at the stadium when you're having fun. Have another brat when the Reds are hot. Put them all together, what do you got?
What a team! Con's Big Red Smokies, Con's Plump and Juicy Wieners, and Con's Delicious Brats. 3 hits at Riverfront Stadium, and you're home. Eat them at Riverfront Stadium, and buy them at your favorite stores.
The big red machine is rolling down the street with 3 big hits that can't be beat.
You can depend on Con.
Cincinnati Reds 580 Gift Shop is open for your convenience Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 5:30, as well as up until game time before all Reds home games. If you work in the downtown Cincinnati area, get the 580 habit. Stop by each morning to pick up your newspaper. 580 has all the latest sports publications and magazines, too. And, of course, Reds tickets are on sale at the gift shop every day from 9 until 5:30. Stop by soon and check out all the distinctive gift items and souvenirs. 580 Gifts and News, 6th and Walnut, downtown. Here we go to the home 4th inning, trailing by a half dozen. The Reds have been limited to 2 hits. Shirley pitching himself out of a bases-loaded jam in the third with a strikeout of Johnny Bench. He'll work to Foster, who struck out in the second. Here's the left-hander's pitch. Foster swings and fouls it out of here. Every game now, save the Giant-Dodger game underway. In the 5th at Chicago, Ed Kranepool's 2 home runs have given the New York Mets a 2-1 lead over the Cubbies. Foster with a drive, right center field. On his horse is Hendrick, slowing to a trot, makes the catch. 1 down. In the second, Atlanta-Houston. No score in that game. Dick Ruthven for the Braves and rookie Mark Lemongello pitching for the Astros. They're in the 6th at Pittsburgh, where the Pirates trail the Cardinals 8-6. And Montreal trying to make it 2 straight over Philly, leads 6-2 in the 6th inning. Here's Dave Concepcion, 1 for 1 in the game. Line drive hit to center field. Davey jumping on Shirley's first delivery and lining a single to center, hit number 3 for our side, and now Danny Dreesen, who struck out in the second. Shirley has fanned 5 and has walked only 1. That was Rose back in the last inning. 6-0 Padres. David at first, 1 out. Dreesen waiting. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. In the American League, Kansas City shutting out Detroit 5-0 in the 8th inning. Texas blanking the Orioles 3-0 in the 5th. High and inside, 1-1. In the 4th inning, Don Gullett with a 1-0 lead over the Milwaukee Brewers at Yankee Stadium. And Cleveland with a 2-1 edge over Boston in the 5th. Minnesota and Oakland playing a doubleheader later on today. Chicago, Toronto not yet started. Check swing, strike 2 call. One other game, of course, will have California playing at Seattle. Frank Tanana will be trying for his second victory in 5 days against the Seattle Mariners, against Diego Segui. That pitch off the glove of Tennis, and going to second is Dave Concepcion. Scored a pass ball on Gene Tennis. 2-2. Danny Dreesen, the batter. Left-hander Mike Caldwell is throwing down in the Cincinnati bullpen. So if Danny Dreesen can pick up his first hit of the season right here, the Reds will have a run home. The 2-2 is on the way. Check swing on a breaking pitch. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Shirley checking in. He delivers. And Dreesen has struck out swinging for the second straight time. Shirley with strikeout number 6. He'll pitch to Cesar Geronimo, who struck out in the 3rd. Geronimo off to an excellent start this season. He's now 5 for 10. He hit the home run Wednesday afternoon that proved to be the game winner. Ball 1 to it. Armbrister has moved to the on-deck circle. If Geronimo can get on, it'll be Ed who will bat for Pedro Bourbon. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball 2 is low, 2-1. Shirley with a look. 2-1 to the plate. That swung on and fouled back. Now you have a youngster making his first big league appearance ever, and boy, the offense really goes to work on the opposing team, scoring 6 early runs. And for a kid pitching against the World Championship team on enemy ground, it's got to be a little bit settling for him. Check swing on a high and tight fastball. Shirley, as far as he can go with Geronimo, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Treat trying to get on to bring up Armbrister with 2 men on base. Let's see what happens here. The payoff pitch, swung on, foul. Count holding at 3-2. Here's a fly ball hit to left. Richard backing on it and makes the catch, and that retires the side. For the Reds in the 4th inning, no runs. We got a hit. Concepcion left at second, and after 4 complete, the Padres over Cincinnati 6-0.
Do you know every day Christmas is a family place to eat? A morning meal, a late night treat. Say how about next time out, stopping by, stopping and say hi. Have a piece of pie. Dining in, it's delicious. Carry out your favorite dishes. Delicious makes your favorite taste so good. A tasty meal, come and get it. The way you feel, you won't forget it. Come see those truly favorite Frenches. Those Frenches have so much more. Frenches have so much more.
We go to the top of the 5th inning, and for the San Diego Padres, Gene Tennis, who was at the plate when Dave Winfield was cut down stealing in the 4th, will again be back up there, followed by Mike Ivey and Doug Rader. Pedro Bourbon on in relief of Santo Alcala, who did not have it today. The Padres raked him over the coals for 7 hits and 4 runs in 2 2/3. And this will be the final inning of work, I'm sure, for Pedro. He's scheduled to lead off the bottom of the inning. Again, Tennis is struck out. Triple to the gap in right center in the 3rd to knock in a run. So Gene Tennis has already banged in 6 runs in the first 4 games of this season. He takes a pitch for a strike. That is high and inside. Tennis, apparently the pitch hit him. Plate umpire Jim Quick telling Tennis to get up and go on down and take his base. As Bourbon came up and in on him, and Tennis just grazed apparently by the pitch because the ball carried all the way to Johnny Bench's mitt. Well, there have been 2 hit batters in this game. Morgan was hit in the 3rd by Shirley, and now Bourbon nails Tennis. Here's ball 1. Ivy, a walk in the 2nd, a double to right field, and a check swing that went between Dreesen and the bag at first base in the 3rd. Ground ball by the mound. Morgan flips to David. David on to Danny. Double play. Score at 4-6-3. Morgan, Concepcion, Dreesen. Ivy hits into the twin killing, and now with 2 down, it's going to be Doug Rader up. Rader is 0 for 1. He's walked. He grounds it foul off the 3rd base side. Today's scoreboard stumper, this Hall of Famer struck out every time he came to bat in his rookie season in the National League. Who is he? Breaking pitch low, 1-1. And what kind of question is that? Here's a high pop that'll go down the right field line, curving toward the seats and dropping in. He must have been up to the plate a grand total of twice in the National League or something to that effect.
He is a pitcher, I hope. Left-handed pitcher must be Lefty Gomez. Lefty Grove. Oh, Satchel Paige. Cy Young.
1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Rader strikes out, and that's the easiest inning for Reds pitching in the game. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We go to the home 5th inning, trailing San Diego 6-0.
Everyone out there who loves you dancing, take some time to let the feeling go. With some dancing music from the person next door. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. Time to move on
answer to the scoreboard stumper, the Hall of Famer who struck out every time up in the National League in his rookie season, former Dodger great Sandy Koufax, who, of course, went from the University of Cincinnati campus to the then Brooklyn Dodgers in 1955. Pinch hitting to lead off the home fifth inning is Ed Armbruster. Bob Shirley working on a dandy through 5 innings, through 4 innings, has had only one problem. Got out of that, he delivers down and in ball 1. So look for Mike Caldwell to make his first appearance in a red uniform when the Padres bat in the 6th. Swing and a foul, 1-1. Down and in, 2 balls and a strike. Only hits for Cincinnati, a single in the 2nd by Concepcion, Bourbone's double in the 3rd, and Concepcion's single in the 4th. David has gone 2 for 2. Three balls and 1 strike on Ed Armbruster. Shirley works. Ed takes, and he's on with a walk to begin the inning. Here's a reminder to General Electric employees. The sale of tickets at General Electric at Evendale is now underway. Purchase yours now and be on hand June 3rd and 4th when the Reds meet the Astros on this year's GE date. Bob Shirley has surrendered his 2nd walk. This one goes to pinch hitter Eddie Armbruster. Pete Rose had the other one back in the 3rd, and prior to that, a line out to second baseman Champion in leading off the 1st inning. Rose takes the pitch high. Pete now has gone 1 for 11. He was joking earlier today down by the batting cage. He said, I may end up scoring 170 runs this season and batting 100. He fouls this one back. He's making that statement because he's already scored 4 times in the first 3 games, scoring 3 times Friday night and plating a run yesterday, even though he's had but 1 hit. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 balls and a strike now. Crowd has not had a whole lot to get excited about this afternoon. San Diego leading 6-0 in the 5th inning. Rose hits one off the right field line. It'll be a foul ball. And out of play. So Shirley even against him, 2-2. Ken Griffey on deck. Had him loaded in the 3rd inning with 2 down but could not score. Shirley has stranded a base runner in the 2nd and also left 1 out in the 4th. He's ready for the 2-2 pitch to Rose, and here it is. Swung on, popped up. That'll be in play. Foul ground left side. Tennis is over near the on-deck circle and makes the catch. That's out number 1. Ken Griffey, who has flied to left and struck out in the 3rd inning, he'll step in. Armbruster will take the short lead at first base. Shirley looks that way, delivers, strike is called. And as they flash it on the board, we will acknowledge the fact that today, this Easter Sunday, 1977, also happens to be the 27th birthday of the man at the plate, Ken Griffey. Armbruster on the run as the pitch comes to the plate. It's popped up back of 3rd, going over Rader, and he cannot make the catch as he was running down toward the Padre bullpen with his back to the plate and hit off the end of his glove. So happy birthday to Ken Griffey, 27 years old today. No balls and 2 strikes. Shirley into his stretch. Griffey takes a strike, and that's another strikeout for Bob Shirley as he picks up his 7th in this game. Joe Morgan with 2 down. He sent Dave Winfield back to the warning track in the first inning to bring down his line drive, and then was hit by a pitch in the third. Call strike. There goes Armbruster. Pitch is taken. Dennis's throw, not nearly in time. A stolen base for Ed Armbruster. First of the year for Ed on a 2-strike count on Morgan. Now Allman tried to sneak in behind Armbruster out at second. Morgan looking at the pitch down and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8 for the rookie left-hander from San Diego, and the side retired. No runs, no hits, 1 left. After 5 complete, Padres 6, Reds nothing. We got together to do it better, and that's what we did.
You know, when things go right, it really feels good. And that's the way it feels around the Marathon Oil Company. Because Marathon isn't just a name. It's a lot of people who got together because they think doing it better is the only way to do it. And if you ask me, I think they're absolutely right. We got together to do it better. That's what we did. We're Marathon. We got together to do it better. We're Marathon. Marathon Oil Company. We got together to do it better. And we did. With Joe Nuxall, Marty Brenneman, we're back at Riverfront Stadium, and we are in the 6th inning. San Diego out in front with a, right now, comfortable 6-0 advantage as we welcome to the Riverfront Stadium mound left-hander Mike Caldwell. First time he will be facing opposition hitters in a Cincinnati uniform, and of course this guy started out his major league career, his professional career in the San Diego Padre organization back in 1971 at Tri-Cities out of North Carolina State University. Caldwell appeared with the Padres as a full-timer in 72 and 73, winning 7, losing 11, and 5 and 14, then going to San Francisco and enjoyed his best year in the big leagues, winning 14 and losing 5 with a 2.95 ERA in 1974, but since fell on hard times, 7 and 13 and 75 with the G-Men, and then 1 and 7 with the Giants last year. He was acquired from the St. Louis Cardinals during spring training, and everybody hopes that he will fulfill the needs as a left-hander out of the Reds bullpen. So he'll be working to Billy Allman, Bob Shirley, and Gene Richard here in the 6th inning. Pedro Borbon goes 2 1/3. Padres get to him for 2 runs, 1 earned. On a hit, he struck out 2, walked 1, and hit a batter. Allman is 1 for 2. Down low for ball 1. That one taken for a strike. Caldwell delivers. Swing out of this by Allman on a pitch down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a
A couple of pitchers now loosening up down in the San Diego bullpen, but with the way Bob Shirley has been throwing today, you have to feel these guys are just getting in some work. One is right-hander Rick Sawyer. Here's a fly ball hit to left. Foster makes the catch. Shirley 0 for 1 with a walk. He got that third inning off and running with a base on balls and eventually came in to score when Winfield doubled up the power alley, scoring both Shirley and Gene Richards. Pitcher against pitcher. That one bouncing up there and by Johnny Bench. Tom Griffin is the other right-hander loosening up along with Rick Sawyer. Ball strike. One and one to count. Fastball high. 2 balls in the strike. That one bounced slowly by the mound. Morgan charges. Got it. Throwing to Dreesen. 2 down. So here's Gene Richard, who has been up 3 times and has been on 3 times with 2 hits in the 4th inning. He hit one back to the mound that Bourbon dropped, could not find the handle on, and his throw to second was then late in getting Shirley. So Richard has been up 3 times, has been on 3 times, has scored 3 runs, and has scored 5 times in the series. This young man is, at least early on in this season, fulfilling the needs of a good San Diego leadoff batter, and that is getting on by hook or by crook and eventually coming around to score. Below the knees to him for a ball. Been a little bit shaky defensively in left field, and obviously that's something that comes through being in your first year and opening your first big league season in a ballpark that houses a team that's won 2 straight world titles. 2-0 to count. Caldwell trying for the 1-2-3 inning. He delivers, and Richard takes ball 3 low. 3-0 to count on Gene Richard with Mike Champion on deck. We're in the top half of inning number 6, down by 6 runs. There's a strike as Richard had flipped the bat away. He thought he had the walk, and so confident of that fact that he'd already thrown the bat over toward the San Diego on deck circle, but Jim Quick saying, that's a strike. Pick it back up again. He's picking up the sign from Joey Amalfitano in the third base coaching box, and the 3-1 delivery is strike 2 call. Full count. Caldwell coming back to get 2 strikes in there now, and is 3 balls and 2 strikes as he checks in with Bench and sends the pitch onto the plate. Just inside and low, and Richard ultimately gets a walk that he thought he had 2 pitches ago. We'll pause for station identification on the Cincinnati Reds Baseball Network.
On the Fun Coast, this is WDCL. Dunedin, Clearwater.
84 degrees at 4 o'clock. Winds at 12 miles an hour from the north-northeast.
Runner at first, 2 down. Champion looking for his first hit. Looks at a pitch high and in. 2 fly balls to right, and a strikeout swinging has been the fate of Mike Champion today. Strike to him, 1-1. Strike 2 is called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caldwell staring back in to get the sign. Checks Richard. Fires. Blowing outside, 2-2. Outfield pretty much straight away for Mike Champion. And this one is high as the count goes full. So Caldwell, who retired Allman and Shirley routinely, issuing a walk to Gene Richard And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes, a full count on Champion. Richard will be on the move. Here's the pause in the pitch. Ball 4. Caldwell has issued them back-to-back. That'll bring up Dave Winfield. He has struck out, flied out, and in the 4th inning delivered a 2-run double to left center. Pitch coming. That's up, and all of a sudden Caldwell up with a lot of his pitches. To Richard, to Champion, and now the first pitch in there to Winfield is high. Trying to get out of the inning. Keep the Padres from getting any more runs, but here's another gapper off the bat of Winfield. That's going to score 1. Here comes the runner to third base. They wave Champion toward the plate, and another 2-run double for Dave Winfield. Up the Padre count to 8-0. Caldwell issuing walks with 2 out to Richard and Champion, and that double by Winfield placed them both to make it an 8-0 count. By Winfield. He's got 4 RBIs on the day, and now it'll be George Hendrick, who has had 2 doubles and 3 times up. Ball 1 low. Bad day for the Cincinnati Reds this Sunday afternoon, I'll tell you. Ball 2. Everybody seemingly has gotten in on the act for San Diego. 3 balls, no strikes, and at this point, Mike Caldwell simply cannot find the plate. He walks Hendrick. Tennis will become the 7th man to hit in the inning. Struck out, tripled a run in, hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. So have Winfield at second, have Hendrick at first. Ball misses outside. All this activity on the Padres' part coming after 2 men had been retired. Walks to Richard and Champion, double by Winfield, walk to Hendrick, and now pitching coach Larry Shepard figures it's time to go out to the mound and talk with Mike Caldwell and Johnny Bench.
Well, you'd say a guy as wild, yes, Mike is, to the extent of walking people, but yet he's just off the plate. It's not him throwing the ball 3 feet out of the strike zone. It's just off the plate.
Well, let's see what the meeting will read. Tennis waiting on the 1 ball, no strike pitch. Caldwell steps off the pitching rubber as Winfield quickly moves back towards second. On the outside corner, a call strike. Padres flexing their muscles early this season, showing a vastly improved offense in this series. Swing and a foul. They have had the hits and have scored the runs. 9 hits so far today after getting 14 yesterday, 9 Friday night, and had 9 base hits in the opener here Wednesday. They win today. They gain a split in the 4-game series. 1-2 the pitch. Strike 3 is called. Tennis is caught looking. 6th inning. San Diego adds 2 more runs. On 1 more hit, they leave 2 on. After 5 1/2, San Diego 8 and Cincinnati nothing.
What makes just what you've been looking for. The little things that we do and the way we welcome you, and could it be? Yes, sirree, it's the food. Just like a big boy plays, everything is great. A chicken dish, crisp and golden, fillet of fish, that love you're holding. British ship makes more of your favorite. Tastes so good. A tasty meal, come and get it. The way you feel, you won't forget it. Come see those good people at Precious, 'cause Precious has so much more. Precious has so much more.
You may not know it, but you can order tickets to Cincinnati Reds home games without leaving the comfort of your own home. You can order tickets in advance by mail. Just check out this Reds schedule and pick out the games you want to see. Box seats are $4.50, reserve seats $3.50. Send check or money order payable to Cincinnati Reds, Box 1970, Cincinnati. Include 50 cents with each order for handling. By the way, you can call or write the Reds office for a ticket mail order form, complete with a list of special dates and a postage-paid return envelope. Bottom of the sixth inning. Bob Shirley, rookie, making his major league debut, trying to make it a memorable one. He's pitched 5 innings of shutout ball as he pitches, and Johnny Bench has a swing and a miss. Bench is fly to right, and in the third inning, struck out swinging. That's strike 2 swinging. No balls and 2 strikes quickly on Bench. John strikes out swinging. I'll tell you, Shirley is just mowing them down right now. He has spanned 9 batters in 5 1/3 innings of pitching. That'll bring up George Foster, who has been burned once by Bob Shirley's strikeout pitch in the second, and then in the 4th inning he flied to center. Doug Flynn playing catch with Bill Plummer in the Reds bullpen. Foster grounds to third. There's Rader. His throw to Ivy and plenty of time. 2 out. The only man who's been able to solve Shirley has been this man coming to the plate, Dave Concepcion, singles in the 2nd and the 4th inning. In the 7th inning at Wrigley Field, Cubs have fought back to a 4-2 edge over New York. In the 2nd in Houston, Atlanta has scored 3 early runs to lead the Astros 3-0, and they're in the 9th inning in Pittsburgh with the Cardinals fling into an 8-7 lead. Make it 6-5 Montreal over the Phillies in the 6th. Davey grounding foul and to the San Diego dugout. Check swing foul ball, strike 2. Shirley throwing nothing but bullseyes now. No balls, 2 strikes. Smash down the left field line and foul. Davey getting his whacks in on Bob Shirley. Reds have had 3 hits. Davies had 2. We trail 8-0. Missing inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just high, an off-speed pitch. I figure this kid is pitching with a whole bunch of confidence at this point in the game. 8-run lead. 2-2 delivery. Swung on and popped up. He had Concepcion chasing a pitch away from him, and left center is Hendrick, and he one-hands it for the out. 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We move to the final 3 innings of play. San Diego leading 8-0.
Pros presents a musical beer break.
Started Borbone and Caldwell coming on to the 6th. Alcala 2 2/3 innings. 7 hits, struck out 3 walks to 4 runs, all of them earned. Pedro Borbone 2 1/3 innings, a hit, 2 strikeouts, a walk, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. And Pedro hit a bat. Caldwell in his 2nd inning of work. Steps onto the pitching rubber, working from the third base side of the rubber, the pitch. That's inside the ball. Bill Plummer now behind the plate catching. The 1-0 to Ivy. Check swing, it's low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. And Caldwell just missing. Ball's not, he pointed out earlier, or that far out of the strike zone. His 2-0 delivery. Swung on in a fly ball center field. Drifting back is Geronimo. Waiting and 1 away. And to bring Doug Ray to the plate. Doug has walked in 3 times up. Struck out his last time. Padres scoring runs, 1 in the 1st, 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th. They lead it 8-0. Caldwell works outside the ball, the Raiders. Big gun at the plate this afternoon for the Padres has been Dave Winfield. He's driven in 4 runs with a couple of doubles. Caldwell in with a called strike to Doug Rader, 1-1. Pitch on the way, pitching outside. 2 balls to strike. Phillies leading Montreal 7-6. In that game, Mike Schmidt hit his first home run of the year for the Phillies. 9th inning now at Pittsburgh, 8-7. The Cardinals over the Pirates. 2-1 on the way. Check swing, low, 3 balls to strike. 8th inning at Chicago, the Cubs leading New York 4-2, and then in the 2nd inning in Houston, the Braves 3, the Astros nothing. The pitch, that's inside and low. That's the 4th walk issued by Mike Caldwell. So with 1 away, base runner Doug Rader and shortstop Bill Allman to the plate. Allman 1 for 3, singled in the 2nd inning. And then no force out in the 3rd. And a fly ball to Foster in left in the 6th. Caldwell delivers. Allman swings. A ground ball by Rose and into left field, a base hit. Foster up with the ball, returns to the infield, and that is the 2nd hit off Mike Caldwell, the 10th in the game for the Padres. That'll bring the pitcher Bob Shirley to the plate, and Bob gets a hand from the crowd here at Riverfront. Boy, he's pitched himself quite a ball game. The Reds have had just 3 hits off him, 1 by Borbone and 2 by Concepcion. He's walked 3 and has struck out 9. Caldwell the stretch. And the pitch. Shirley looks at a strike. Gene Richard on deck. Rader at 2nd, Allman at 1st, 1 out. Pitch on the way, outside, 1-1. has walked and scored a run and 3 times up. The 1-1 delivery, taking a called strike. A ball, 2 strikes now to Bob Shirley. Stretch in the pitch. Swung on in a foul tip out of the mid of Bill Plummer. Padres runners at first and second with 1 out. A ball, 2 strikes to count. Caldwell to the plate. Swung on again, chopped foul. Padres go home to San Diego after the game today. There's strike 3 called as Caldwell gets the outside corner with a fastball. So Mike, his second strikeout. 2 away now, and Gene Richards steps in. Richards has been on base all 4 times up. He singled in the first and third and scored. Was on to an error in the 4th and scored. Walked in the 6th and scored. So he has scored 4 of the 8 San Diego runs. Richard takes the strike from Caldwell. Padres opening up at home against the San Francisco Giants Tuesday night. Imagine they'll have a full house at San Diego Stadium. Here's the 0-1. Richard takes strike 2 called. Inside edge. So Caldwell quickly out in front of Gene Richards. No balls, 2 strikes. Mike checking with Plummer. Pass is signed. The stretch looks back at second, delivers. That's high and inside. 1-2. Allman leads at first, Rader at second. Caldwell ready and delivers. That swung on a ground ball, backhanded Concepcion. Throw to second, dug out for Morgan. They got him. Well, Dave is going away from the bag, backhanding the ball, and on the run, throwing to Morgan, the covering, and Joe digging it out of the dirt to retire the side. In the inning for San Diego, no runs, a hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base, and at the middle of the 7th, the Padres 8, the Reds nothing.
You know, different folks have different ways to spend their time, enjoy their days. Me, I like to fish. I really do. There's something good about a lazy creek. Helps me relax from a long, hard week, like my Red Fox chewing tobacco, the relaxing chew. It's soft and moist and mild for sure. The flavor's fresh. The taste is pure. Red Fox is best. I like it. Yes, I do. So I keep me an extra pouch of Red Fox by my side of my tackle box. When it comes to tobacco, those Red Fox folks come through. Why don't you try Red Fox? Look for it in the white pouch with the picture of old Red taking it easy. Red Fox chewing tobacco. Now it's better than ever. So if you like to relax, and I'll bet you do, treat yourself to a Red Fox chew. Because, mister, taking it easy never tasted so good. Red Fox.
Now, Bob Shirley in the 7th inning will be facing Dan Dreesen, Cesar Geronimo, and a pinch hitter for Mike Caldwell. Ray Knight loosening up along with Doug Flynn and Neil Murray throwing in the Reds bullpen. Danny Dreesen is struck out both times up. He swings in the first pitch, sends it down the left field line. Might be trouble, and that is a foul ball. Young Bob Shirley has certainly done an outstanding job through 6 innings. As we pointed out, allowing just 3 hits, striking out 9, walking 3. 1 problem inning. That being the 3rd when the Reds had the bases loaded, but he struck bench out to end the inning. Here's the 0-1. And looks at a strike. Fastball, 0-2. Early winds and delivers. Dreesen takes just off the plate, a breaking ball. 1-2 to count. The 1-2. Dreesen looks, and that one's blowing outside. 2-2. Early, for the most part, throwing breaking pitches. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. 3rd time in the game that Danny has struck out. Well, in Philadelphia, the Montreal Expos have taken the lead over the Phils. Tony Perez has hit his 2nd home run of the very young season in the 8th inning with 2 on. Geronimo swings on the first pitch and fouls backing out of play, 0-1. The Dogs off to a good start with the Expos. 2 home runs already. Sidearm curve hangs inside to the Chief. 1-1. Outfield straight away to pitch. Swung on and hit off the fist foul, chasing a tennis, and Gene on the run makes the play over at the home plate end of the Padres dugout. 2 away, and Ray Knight will go to the plate to hit for Mike Caldwell. Ray Knight having a tremendous spring this year. Strikeout of Dreesen gave Bob Shirley 10 for the ball game. Shirley winds and delivers, and Knight takes the strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 to Knight, swung on and missed. And the count quickly 0-2. Delivers. That swung on and grounded to home, and it's short. Long throw to Ivy, and that's it for the Reds. So, it's 9 straight now that Bob Shirley has retired. Nothing across here in the 7th of the Reds, and after 7, Padres 8, Reds nothing.
From the pipeline in Wyoming to the oil wells down in Texas.
Something people can use is another. We got people together we thought could do it better, and we called the company Marathon.
From the waters of Alaska to the research labs in Denver, from the Robinson Refinery, pumping gas in Indiana, we got together to do it better.
Got together to do it better.
7 innings total show San Diego with 8 runs on 10 hits and no errors. The Reds, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error. The 4th pitcher on the mound for the Reds, and to tell you about him, here's Marty.
Okay, Joe, the new pitcher is right-hander Dale Murray, who now comes on to follow Mike Caldwell's 2-inning stint. Wright worked 2 innings, giving up 2 hits and 2 runs, both earned. He struck out a pair and walked 4. Leading it off for San Diego this 8th inning will be second baseman Mike Champion, who has gone 0 for 3, but in the 6th inning threw a walk and scored one of the 8 Padre runs. Murray delivers. Pitch is taken for a strike. We saw Dale work on Friday night, picking up a save, going an inning and a third, allowing a hit for the strikeout. He grounds Champion towards second. Morgan on a knee plays and throws him out. Dave Winfield with 1 out as Mike Champion bounces out second to first. Attendance today, 37,504. 37,504, bringing the series attendance figure to 135,084. Winfield has been one of the big bashers for the Padres this afternoon. 2 two-run doubles. He looks at a strike. 4-pitcher afternoon for the Reds. Alcala 2 2/3, Bourbon 2 1/3, Caldwell 2, and now Murray in the 8th. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one hit hard to right field, and a 3-hit game now for Dave Winfield as he singles to right. Reds baseball comes your way all season long on WDCL in the Tampa Bay area in Florida, WGNT in Huntington, West Virginia, and WIOU in Kokomo, Indiana. Hit number 11 of the game for the Padres. 3rd hit for Winfield. Here's Hendricks. He's driven in 2 runs with 2 doubles. He swings and he fouls to Plummer's miss, strike 1. Checking the pitch. Whoop! That pitch going all the way through, almost hitting Hendrick as Winfield lopes into second base, takes a turn, and will hold right there. Plummer goes back to the screen to retrieve the ball. They score a wild pitch against Dale Murray. And a level count of 1 ball and 1 strike on George Hendrick. Tomorrow night we'll be in the Houston Astrodome. 8:05 air time with the pregame shows. Woody Fryman opposes right-hander Doug Konechny. Game time at 8:35 tomorrow night. Swung on and fouled at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Murray against George Hendrick with Gene Tennis in the on-deck circle waiting to bat. Final score in from Pittsburgh. The Cardinals hold off the Pirates 8-7 as reliever Clay Carroll picked up the victory, investing left-hander Jim Rooker. The Cardinals remain undefeated. They won their first 3. Way inside. Ball gets away from Plummer, and Winfield will add third base to his figure. That's Murray's second wild pitch of the inning, moving Winfield from first to second and now second to third. Cincinnati infield will now play in. This one fouls back and up over the press box into the red seats. 2-2. In the American League, Kansas City shut out Detroit 5-0. A 6-hitter from Jim Colborn, and it was Toronto besting Chicago 3-1. Final scores. Going outside, full count. Joe mentioned Tony Perez's 8th-inning 3-run home run for Montreal. That propels the Expos up to a 9-7 lead over Philadelphia. Nice liner foul. Down to the blue seat, left field line. Keep the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes on Hendrick with Winfield standing at third. 1 out. Now Now the stretch and now the payoff pitch, and Hendricks stays alive with another foul ball. Murray checking in. Sends the pitch plateward, and it's full foul. Dale Murray throwing strikes, and George Hendricks staying around with foul ball. Here it comes again. Ground ball right side. Danny Dreesen has it. Looking, nobody covering first, and it'll be Hendrick in safely at first base. Staying at third was Dave Winfield. Dreesen sweeping wide to his right to field the ball. Looked toward the plate where he apparently expected Winfield to be breaking for it, but Dave hung right in at third, and with first base left vacant, Hendrick gaining credit for an infield hit. So put him at first and third, and now bring up Gene Tennis, who has tripled in 3 official times up. He has struck out twice and has been hit by a pitch. Inside, ball 1. Padres have had at least a hit in every inning with the exception of the 5th. That one's foul. So Murray even against Gene Tennis. 1 ball, 1 strike. Winfield, the lead runner at third base. Hendrick now at first. 1 away. In the 8th inning in a game that has Padres out in front 8-0. Smash. Rose can't find it. It went off his glove. Rolls behind him into shallow left. In to score is Winfield, making it 9-0. And going to second is George Hendrick. We'll pause for station identification on the Cincinnati Reds Baseball Network.
Listen to the great ones along the Fun Coast from 147 Radio, WDCL, Dunedin, Clearwater.
83 degrees under partly cloudy skies at 4:35.
Dennis getting a lot of help from the official score as that is ruled a base hit. And another run in now. The ball getting through Bill Plummer on the pitch from Murray, and both runners advance. Plummer charged with a fast ball, and I'll tell you, this is one of the more inept performances by the Cincinnati Reds in a home game the last couple of years this afternoon. Everything has seemingly gone wrong. Had 2 wild pitches in the inning. Now a pass ball charge to the Cincinnati catcher. Pitch is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Mike Ivey batting. Padres have added 1 more run in the inning and now lead 9-0 and have runners at second and third. On the inside corner for a called strike. 2-1. In the second at Dodger Stadium, the Giants lead Los Angeles 1-0. San Francisco scoring a run in the first inning off Bert Hooten. Ed Halicki pitching for San Francisco. Ivey going back to the on-deck circle to use the pine tar rag on his bat handle. Now steps back in. This one fouled off to the right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dale Murray to his windup. Check swing on a pitch down and in. The count is full on Ivey. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He hits a high chop off the plate. Tough play. Rose has to get rid of it, and not in time to throw to first base. With Hendrick scoring, making it a 10-0 game. Ivey bounding that one right off home plate. And the third consecutive Padres infield base hit. First Hendrick, then Tennis, and now Ivy. Hendrick scores. Tennis holds his ground at second. A 10-0 score with Doug Rader stepping into that. Rader is without a hit and 2 times up. He fouls off the first pitch. He's bounced to the mound and struck out swinging, but has walked twice. Here's Murray checking and delivering. High and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on. Gapper, right center field. Base hit. Another run will score as Geronimo cuts it off in the gap. Here comes Rader to second. They try to send another man to the plate, and the throw is offline. It gets through Plummer, through Murray. Score that a 2-run double for Doug Rader. And it is now 12-0, San Diego.
Doesn't get embarrassing.
I'd say it did some time ago. San Diego's offense getting well individually and collectively at the expense of Cincinnati pitching and doing it in a big, big way. That is now 5 consecutive hits, but in defense of Dale Murray, 3 of them have been infield hits, and 1 of them shouldn't have been scored a base hit to begin with. Here's Billy Allman. Way inside. This one foul back. Hey, nice catch. Oh, outstanding play. Sutton just reached up and picked it off with one hand. That's missing low for a ball, 2-1. That's the outstanding play of the day. Oh, go on, comment on it. Don't be modest now. Well, thank you. I expected that to be... You notice my act? It's not changed much in 30 years. Here's a smash into left center field. Geronimo is there to make the catch. So Billy Allman retired on a fly to center with 2 out, and Bob Shirley will step in. That one's got a pretty good nick in it.
It hit a hailstorm or anything on the way up here.
I don't think so. 2 away. Shirley becoming batter number 7 in the inning. This has been the biggest inning in the game for the Padres. They've scored 4 times. Got 1 in the first, 3 in the third, and a pair each in the fourth and the sixth. Ground ball. Heading towards second. Morgan scoops. He throws, and the inning is over. San Diego scores 4 times on 5 base hits. No Cincinnati errors, and 1 man left on. At the end of 7.5, it's now the Padres 12 and the Reds nothing.
Explain the fact that of the 10 largest breweries in America today, Stroh's is the only one that is still family-owned and family-run. We believe it goes back to a way of thinking that has been passed down from one generation of Stroh's to the next for more than 200 years. To the Stroh family, brewing is more than just a way of making money. It's something they were brought up to become personally involved with and to take personal pride in. Because beer is a living thing that has to be looked after by someone who really cares about it. That's the the way the Stros run their brewery today, we think the real beer lover will appreciate it. Stroh Brewery Company, Detroit, Michigan. Family brewers for more than 200 years.
Here we go to the bottom of the 8th inning as the Padres now lead it by a count of 12-0. And we've got at least one change in the San Diego lineup. A new catcher is coming to take over for Gene Tennis. I got news for you. He doesn't even show up on their roster sheet, so we will assume it's Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts is the new San Diego catcher. And for Cincinnati, it'll be the top of the order. Pete Rose, Ken Griffey, Joe Morgan. The Reds down by 12 runs, and of course, you never discount the possibility of this club coming back, but realistically, you would not expect it to happen. I'm sure Cincinnati now would like to avert a shutout if possible. Rose takes a pitch to the ball. Roberts, the new catcher. He today is 0 for 2. He's walked. He hammers one to right field, drifting back and making the catch is Merv Retman, I believe. Retman is the new right fielder, and he makes the play on Rose's fly ball to right. Jerry Turner is in left field. Gene Richard goes to center, and Merv Retman is in right. Griffey looks at strike one. So again, the changes. Dave Roberts catching. In left field is Turner. In center is Richard. In right is Retman. There's a strike, and it's no balls and 2 strikes on Griffey. Shirley sights the sign, delivers. Kenny swings and misses, and that for Mr. Shirley is his 11th strikeout. He has really been outstanding today. Joe Morgan, the batter. Line to right, hit by a pitch, struck out. Only 2 of the Reds have not tasted the strikeout pitches of Bob Shirley. Pete Rose. Morgan running up as if to bunt the ball, but takes it low. And Davey Concepcion. He struck out Griffey 3 straight times. This man Morgan once. He got benched twice. Foster once. Greason 3 times. Geronimo once. 2 balls, no strikes. With 2 out on the 8th. Morgan looking, and the strike is called. That misses just off the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. Bill Plummer on deck. And Morgan takes another one. That gets the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Shirley shaking off the side. Morgan hits a fly ball to right field. Retman coming in, under, and makes the running catch. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We move to the 9th inning. San Diego 12 and Cincinnati nothing.
Do you know everything Frisch's is? A family place to eat. A morning meal, a late night treat. Say, how about next time out? Stopping by. Stop in and say hi. Have a piece of pie. Dining in, it's delicious. Carry out your favorite dishes. Frisch's makes more of your favorites taste so good. Come see the good people at Frisch's. much more.
As we go to the ninth inning, here's a message for collegians. College night at Riverfront Stadium is coming up Friday, April 29th, when the Reds meet the Cubs in an 8:05 ball game, and the outstanding rock group Pure Prairie League will entertain beginning at 7 o'clock. Why not get a group together? That's College night, April 29th, with college students and their dates. They purchase 350 reserve seats for only $2. It's the ninth inning. And at the top of the order for the San Diego Padres, Gene Richard, who has been on base every time up in this game with 2 singles, a walk, he reached on an error, and then on a fielder's choice. Fastball from Murray backs him off the plate. And a new second baseman for Cincinnati now. Doug Flynn has taken over for Joe Morgan. There's a called strike on the inside, 1-1. Swung on. Line foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball is up and outside. 2-2. Here's a bouncing ball to shortstop. Concepcion gloves and throws. Got him at first, but Richard can flat pick him up and lay him down, going down that line. 1 out. Mike Champion at the plate has gone 0 for 4. Fly to right twice, struck out, bounced to second. In the 6th inning, walked and scored a run. He takes a strike. It's all over in Philadelphia. Montreal defeats the Phils 9-8. Cubs over the Mets 5-2 a final. We'll have all the scores of all the games. Home runs, winning and losing pitchers on our scores and comments show immediately following Joe Nuttall's Star of the Game program. 1-1 to pitch. Swing and a miss. Out in front, Dale Murray on Mike Champion. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fly ball, center field. Geronimo looking and makes the catch. 2 outs. Don't forget the Reds and the Dodgers will be going head-to-head at Riverfront after next week's road trip. Monday night, April 18th, 8:35 will kick it off. Wednesday, April 20th, 12:30, a businessmen's special. Plan to be on hand as the hottest rivalry in baseball continues right here at Riverfront with the Reds against the Dodgers. High and tight a ball. Merv Redmond at the plate for the first time in the game, former Cincinnati Red. His 2nd year with the San Diego Padres. That's the strike call. Merv still makes his home here in the Montgomery section outside of Cincinnati. With his wife Sue and their 2 little girls, but contemplating a move to the West Coast. Swing and a miss. Two out, bases empty. Murray with Redmond, 1 and 2 as Dale kicks and throws, and Redmond strikes out swinging. The side retired in 1-2-3 fashion. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, trailing San Diego 12-0.
What makes us what you've been looking for? The little things that we do, and the way we welcome you. And could it be? Yes, sirree. It's the food, just like a big boy plays. Everything is great. A chicken dish, crisp and golden, fillet of fish, that love you're holding. Friendship makes more of your favorites taste so good. A tasty meal, come and get it. The way you feel, you won't forget it. Come see the good people at Friendships. Those Friendships have so much more. Friendships have so much more.
the bottom of the ninth inning, and young left-hander, 22-year-old Bob Shirley out of the University of Oklahoma is 3 outs away from pitching an absolute gem here against the defending world champion Reds. He has blanked us on 3 hits. He's had only the one problem inning, and that was back in the third when the Reds loaded him up against him but could not score. Bill Plummer will be in for openers, and Shirley's pitch to him is swung on and fouled out of play. Figure the nervousness and the tension and everything that goes with appearing in your first big league game, and this kid's handled himself like a veteran. But, of course, an early lead always seems to have a way of making those little personal problems disappear. 1 ball, 1 strike on Plummer. Swung on. Fly ball hit to center, drifting back Richard. There, 1 out. George Foster, who has gone without a hit in 3 times to the plate. Shirley. Foster swings and misses. The kid has struck out 11. He has issued 2 walks and hasn't not walked the batter since the 5th inning when he put Ed Armbruster on as a pinch hitter. High. The Reds have not had a hit since the 4th when Concepcion singled to center. Shirley has retired 13 batters in a row as he 1-1s to Foster. That is lined hard to left field on the base hit. So the number 13 proves to be unlucky for Bob Shirley as Foster base hits him to left. Standing in will be Dave Concepcion, who's 2 for 3, 2 singles. Pitch to the plate. Davey looks at it just high. Now Shirley wants a new baseball. This one inspected by plate umpire Jim Quick and serves up a new one. Foster at first, 1 out. 2 balls, no strikes. Inside, ball 3. Well, a 3-ball, no strike count and trailing by 12 runs. You would assume that Concepcion would be taking all the way on this next pitch. Foster at first. Shirley needing a strike. And he gets it. Strike 1 call. On deck, Danny Dreesen. David waiting. And a pitch. That's high for ball 4, and the Reds have 2 on. Third walk allowed by Bob Shirley, and now Danny Dreesen, who has been up 3 times and has struck out 3 times. As Dave Roberts goes to the mound to talk with the left-hander. Foster leads at second. Concepcion at first. Dreesen swings at the slow breaking ball. Strike 1. is up and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield, double play depth. Shirley checking the runners. Greason swings, bounces one to the right side. Fielded by Ivy. Throws to second to get the force out on Concepcion. With Foster moving to third base, and Greason is on now at first. 2 out. Cesar Geronimo stepping into the plate to hit. Geronimo is struck out, fly to left, pop to the catcher. Should Geronimo reach, Bob Bailey would come to the plate to pinch hit for Dale Murray. Call strike 1. Swung on, bat handle pop will be out of play. Off to the left. So Bob Shirley is an out away, a strike away from shutting out Cincinnati as he goes 0-2 on Geronimo. Foster off the bag at third, Greason off the bag at first. Here in the 9th inning, Shirley having trouble picking up the sign from Dave Roberts, so he'll step back and now look in again. Here comes the pitch. Smash, second baseman off of his glove, going into right field. And a run comes home as Foster scores on the hard smash that Mike Champion could not handle at second base. They score that in there. So make it 12-1, and we'll pause for station identification on the Cincinnati Reds Baseball Network.
147 Radio, WDCL, Dunedin, Clearwater.
82 degrees under partly cloudy skies at 5 o'clock. Winds from the north at 16 miles an hour.
Tough break for Mike Champion, tough break for Bob Shirley. An error by the second baseman allows a run to score, and now Bailey pinch hits for Murray and takes a fastball high. 12-1 to score. As the Reds, if nothing else, avert being shut out here. Runners at first and second. The 1-0 to Bailey. That's the strike at the letters, 1-1. Bailey, an outstanding job in 1976 coming off the bench in just such a role as this. Low inside, 2 balls and a strike. Dave Roberts, a converted catcher. He was a third baseman by trade, but has gone now behind the plate and will serve as the backup catcher, apparently, to Gene Tennis. They say this guy has an outstanding throwing arm and a quick release. Up high. Ball 3. So young Bob Shirley finding the third out in this game, final out in this game, and the third out in the ninth. Very, very elusive. As he is now behind 3-1 on Bailey. The pause to pitch. There is strike 2 call. Left-hander Dave Tomlin has started up throwing for the Padres. Greason, Geronimo will be on the move on this next pitch plate with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff to Bailey. He swings and he fouls. Should Bailey get on, Pete Rose will be coming up. Bailey was in. He steps out. He's back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. To Hunter's break, the payoff pitch. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Possibly losing it. But Roger Craig is out there now talking with Shirley. As Rose waits off to the left of the plate to swing the bat with a sack jam. And they're going to go down to the bullpen. The decision has been made to go down and bring on Dave Tomlin, another left-hander, to face Pete Rose. So I would imagine that they've been counting pitches on Shirley down in the dugout, and maybe that is the overriding factor in the decision that is being made to change pitchers at this point. This young man, an outstanding pitching job, and the fans here in Cincinnati recognize that fact. They give him a well-deserved round of applause as he moves on into the San Diego dugout, and Dave Tomlin will be called on to try and nail it down. Shirley goes 8 2/3 innings. He allows the Reds a scant 4-hit total. He struck out 11. He walked 4. And the one run that has been scored is an unearned run. Actually, had it not been for the error by Mike Champion, both clubs would have been in the clubhouse a few minutes ago, and Shirley would have been celebrating a 12-0 shutout victory in his major league debut. Be that as it may, it's Tomlin, who we saw pitch earlier in the series, on opening day, as a matter of fact, giving up a hit with a strikeout on an inning and 2/3 of work. Make no mistake about one fact, San Diego will be showing National League clubs an outstanding bullpen with the likes of Raleigh Fingers, Butch Metzger, Dave Tomlin, and the youngster that we've seen a couple of times, right-hander Vic Bernal. Here's Pete with the bases loaded. Ball 1. Rose is 0 for 3 and 1 for 13 here in this 4-game series. Ball 2, 2-0. Geronimo, Bailey, the base runners. Rose with a fly ball hit to deep right center field. Rettenman and Richard giving chase, and it's on the warning track. Gleason scores. Geronimo scores. Here comes Bailey, and Rose has cleared the bases with a 3-run double to deep right center. Lighting him up at Riverfront with a bases-clearing 3 RBI double. So it is now 12-4. Griffey, hitless and 4 times up, has struck out 3 straight times. Now will face Tomlin. Swing and a miss. Close the book on Shirley. 8 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, all unearned. He strikes out 11, walks 4, and hits a batter. Rose, the responsibility of Tomlin out at second. 0-1 on Griffey, the pitch. Strike 2 swinging. Flynn, the on-deck batter. Tomlin with the advantage, 2 strikes. The stretch and the pitch. Strike 3 swinging, and that's the ball game. In the 9th inning, the Reds score 4 times, picking up a couple of hits. There was 1 San Diego error, and we leave a man on. The final score, Padres 12, the Reds 4. We'll be back in just a moment.
Another
lot good you can say about today's game. San Diego started airing it out early. They built up an 8-0 lead that eventually went to 12-0, and it looked for a while as if the Reds were going to be shut out before we took advantage of a Mike Champion error with 2 out of the 9th inning to make it 12-1. Later, we loaded the bases, and 3 more runs scored on Pete Rose's double to deep right center field before Tomlin strikes out Griffey to end the game. The total is 12 runs, 15 hits, no errors, 9 men left on for San Diego, while the Reds had 4 runs on 5 hits. They committed 1 error and stranded 7. Give the Padres an error also. Shirley, the winning pitcher, and pitched outstanding baseball. I don't know, and thinking back, the last 3+ years that we have seen a rookie come in here to make his major league debut who pitched anywhere nearly as good as Bob Shirley did today, and his 11 strikeouts certainly would attest to that statement. So Shirley wins it, and the loss was pinned on Red starter Santo Alcala, who was able to go only 2 2/3 innings. The Reds win the first 2 games of this series. San Diego comes back to take the last 2. They split, and the Reds now will be embarking to Houston tomorrow morning for the beginning of a 6-game road trip that will have us in Houston for 3, and of course in San Diego Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this week before returning home a week from tomorrow night to meet the LA Dodgers. Pitchers tomorrow night in the series opener in the Dome, it'll be Woody Fryman, who chalked up a victory in the Major League opener here on Wednesday. It'll be Fryman on the mound, and he'll be opposed by Houston right-hander Doug Konechny. 8:35 will be game time. Joe and I will be along with you with the pregame shows on most of these same stations at 8:05. That's tomorrow night.